Hey, I'm Anthony, and today I'm going to teach you 5 tips on how to improve your guest post pitch so that you can dramatically increase your chances for them to say yes. Guest posting is still relevant today as it brings a lot of benefits to you. Now, what happens is with guest posting, the main reasons why you would really want to do it is it does provide you backlinks, but with Google in 2019, it's not as powerful as compared to before. But what you can do is it brings out your name out so that people would know you, and 2, you can use the names of the business that you put your guest posts on if it's a pretty well-known brand. So it's a lot more credible for you if you have like names like Forbes, as seen on Entrepreneur, as seen on Huffington Post. It just brings a lot more authority to your name. So the first tip that we want to start with is, the first thing you want to do is you want to make it personalized. Now, you should have like the name like, hey, John, or whatever, but sometimes it's really hard to find the name. But you should just try your best and see what happens. So what happens is when you're searching up for them, you basically want to stalk them for 5 minutes. Just like, if you can find a name, that's great. What you want to do is you want to check out their LinkedIn, their Twitter, their Facebook, or whatever social media they have. And then what you want to do is you want to find something fun or something like a connection that you can make with them. So if you find out that they like coffee, then you could just say in your intro that you're also a coffee freak or whatever. Or another thing you could do is, if it's a business, you can just go through the business. You can type in Google company news, and then you could just see whatever news pops up. And by putting that, you're putting something relevant to them that shows that you actually did the research on their business, and they're much more likely to read your rest of your email. The second thing you want to do is you want to make sure that they have a guest post guidelines. Now, a lot of places, they do have them, but they don't publicly show them. So what you have to do is you have to go on Google, you have to put in the name and guest post guidelines or whatever, and usually it'll pop up. They'll have like a list for it. Now what happens is, just by taking this extra step, it shows that you actually care about the business. Because some people, they just go straight for the email and then they just go straight for the pitch. But when you know exactly what to put in your pitch, it increases your chances dramatically when you actually read the guidelines and actually apply whatever they say to do. The third tip you should do is you should aim for a response rather than a yes right away. It's so much easier to get a response because what happens is whenever they're going through all these emails, they're being bombarded everywhere, especially if it's a big company. They're receiving hundreds of emails of putting guest post guidelines and cold pitches everywhere. And what you want to do is you want to make sure that they actually click on your email. So that means making your subject line nice and really like they actually click on the title. And then after that, what you want to do is when they read your email, what happens is a lot of the times, if it's not really a good email, because it takes extra time to send a response of a no, you want them to get them to respond to your email. So you want to put some sort of call to action or make your email that good so that instead of going straight for the yes, you can guest post, you should just try to get them just to respond to your email, and it'll make it a lot easier to craft your email when you have that type of mindset. The fourth thing you should do is you should follow up. Now what happens is, I already told you that there's a lot of big organizations with hundreds of emails just coming at them at full force, just all over their place, and it's just messy. And what happens is, what you need to do is you gotta follow up. Sometimes whenever they're going through a list of the emails, they just don't see your email. So what you want to do is you want to send an email follow-up maybe once every week or twice a week. And what you want to do is, it's going to feel like you're going to feel like a pest, you're going to feel like you're annoying them. But if you're going to be providing them value, if you know you're going to create a baller guest post, then I don't see anything wrong with just keep telling them that, hey, I can do an awesome guest post for you, here it is. Or just create a follow-up with, hey, did you see my email? Something along those lines, so that they make sure that they can read your email and see what you have to offer. The fifth tip is, it takes a little bit of work, but what you want to do is you want to have a draft already of the blog post. Now, I know that's a ton of work, but hear me out. If you have already a draft of the blog post, it makes it so much easier because all you have to ask them is, hey, I created a blog post for you. What do you think? Do you think it'll look well with your website, or something along those lines? Because rather than taking a leap of faith, back and forth emails of revisions and stuff of a possible blog post that they haven't even seen yet, they only seen, who you worked with or like your samples or drafts, but they didn't see the actual thing they're going to be putting on their website. And if you show them that, then they'll be able to instantly answer you and be like, yes, this is good enough, or no, this is not good enough, and here's what you need to do. And they'll be much more likely to respond to your email. Now, is it a lot of work? Yes. That's why you want to make sure that you make a quality blog post for the businesses that you want to work with. All right, that's all for today. I hope you found something useful in this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you later.